Hi folks, it's Alex here, and I'm here with Brad.
Hi guys, I'm Brad.
Brad is the luthier in the Ohana Custom Shop here in Longbeach in California, and we've been talking about Brad like you're a mythical
creature.
Well, I didn't get much information on you when we first started doing these Ohana Customs. I just got this email from Lewis, who's the owner of Ohana, saying I'm very excited about Brad. He's got a great story. He's a great builder. He's the future. And we're like, okay, cool. Can you give me any more information? And I didn't get an email back, so I kind of had to fill in. But we've met now, and we've just spent some time together at the Namm show, and we've come about 45 minutes away from the Namm show to Longbeach, where we can have a conversation and just look around this custom shop. So we've had some really quirky and cool kind of redwood and interesting ukes, some production-ish koa ukes. But what's got you into this? How did you end up here as a ukulele luthier in Longbeach?
Right. I started art school at Longbeach City College about a couple years ago, and then I had transferred into Longbeach State, California State University, Long Beach, and got my bachelor's in fine arts for drawing and painting, actually, but I had a minor in sculpture. But long before that, I guess growing up, I had my father had always fixed the family cars, and he was a mechanic. He was an engineer, but he did that for the family, just fixed all the cars, and he had his own motorcycles, and so that rubbed off on me. So now I do the same thing. I have my own cars and motorcycles, and then I had went to Musicians Institute for electric guitar when I was in my early 20s. I did that. I moved to Hollywood and went to MI, and after that I kind of just was drifting around for a bit and figuring things out, and then I ended up joining the Army as a diesel mechanic for light trucks and vehicles, and did that for a couple years. And then after I came back here, I took a drawing class at a community college, and I just said, this is kind of nice and peaceful, and I enjoy doing this. So I was like, I'll just get an art degree, because I don't know what else to do. And I had originally gone to engineering when I was 18 out of high school for mechanical engineering, and it didn't sit right with me, because I felt like I didn't have any creative control over what I was doing, and I didn't want to just be making parts or gears or whatever for some company. So after all that, I started at Long Beach City College, taking some drawing classes, and I got my associates for transfer for Long Beach State. And during that time, I started here part-time doing instrument setups for the ukuleles, and I have a guitar. I was working in music stores and things earlier on in my youth too, so I was familiar with doing setups, and I was the Floyd Rose setup guy.
Oh, that's not a good job. We so when we sold
horrible
guitars, the person you least liked who worked there was the one who had to do the Floyd Rose restrings, and you put the price list up, and you kind of make sure that people pay for a Floyd Rose restring, because there's a lot of risk and stress involved for the person doing it.
Yes, it's very I did it for a while, and it was interesting, I guess you could say. Kind of feel like you're on the bottom of the ladder a little bit, but
spending hundreds of hours inlaying a fingerboard is probably a doddle for you now.
Oh yeah, it's between all the painting and all the other stuff, and this is a lot of fun. And then when I graduated the first semester of the pandemic. So and I was doing big sculptures, like huge sculptures and paintings that are 6 feet, and all that got kind of taken away. And I had a studio at the school and all that kind of good stuff. And I ended up just finishing the semester doing small scale paintings and little molds and things like that. And then the economy slowed down, and I wasn't working here for like 6 months or something, because we were like non-critical business, I guess you could say, or whatever that was called. And then after that, we came back, and I said to Lewis, hey, I just want to build a shop, because that's what I wanted to do after school. So we started with, he had this laser machine in here already, and I had seen it the whole time I was working here, and I said, let me just mess around with it and start using it. And so I did that, and then he kind of just said, okay, just tell me, what equipment do we need? I said, well, we need a CNC, of course. So we got that. And then I kind of just started building my own jigs and molds and side bender, and taught myself woodworking because I was primarily metal worker, brass worker, and a painter. And then from all that took, like a year of me experimenting and learning and figuring things out on my own. So I don't have like a traditional background as a luthier, had someone to teach me. I kind of figured out my own way of.
But you've spent a lot of time there, doing that. You clearly, you like the engineering side of it, but not the creative side.
Right.
And you've got the creative side, and you found something that merges the two.
Right.
You've got the music experience. It all makes sense to me now. And obviously, we just had quite a long drive down with Lewis and talking about it. His enthusiasm for creating like an actual Ohana here and creating something that people want to be here and stay here. And a lot of the staff, some people that we've known the whole time I've been at Southern Ukulele Store that we've been dealing with just love being part of that. And it doesn't surprise me at all to learn that he's kind of gone, right, you have a talent, let's do something with that, let's build a workshop. You've got this space, and it's one of the nicest workshop I've ever been in.
A couple people that have been here have said that, and it's bigger than other like professional workshops or I just got to pick and choose like what I wanted and make it my own. But people have said that it's actually a really nice shop and pretty big for what I'm doing.
It's bright, and it's when you walk in here, it's inspiring. So let's talk a little bit about some ukes. We've just seen some really cool pieces that we're going to run some B-roll of while we're talking. But the one ukulele that really grabbed me and Romeo, arguably the most exciting thing we've seen all week, is the jigsaw ukulele, which I think I can't remember too much of the spec because there was so much to remember, but can you just give us some idea about what woods went into that, first of all? Sure.
So basically what I did, was, I have down here, so this is my pile of, you could say, extras or inlay material or whatever you want to call it. So, and these are all offcuts of, say, when I'm cutting out a body, it starts, I'll just grab a piece of myrtle. So this was a myrtle. This was kind of the base for what I used in that instrument. And I just kind of picked whatever piece I wanted to pick. So the way they start, all of the ukes.
I'll move these out of the way.
Yeah, we can do that. So they'll start like this. And I'm going to get this really quickly. Now this is my tenor body template, right? And I designed the shape. I wanted a bigger lower bout to kind of project sound and get a kind of a deeper lower end.
It's funny, your shape reminds me of what Pete Howlett used to call the California style ukulele.
Okay.
And it's like the modern ukulele.
Oh. Okay.
And it's so interesting talking to you off camera about how a lot of this is you have just figured out what you would do, and what you would do is the modern ukulele. I love that, and it's right. Coming from a naive sounds like a bad word, but it's a naive place. It's like, well, I'm gonna figure this out, and then you figure it out, and it's exactly what other people are looking for. That's what's been exciting to me.
That's
so
good.
Sorry to interrupt, but I just wanted to kiss your ass a bit.
No, because I love that you say that, because I don't come to this as a luthier or like even a ukulele player, really, because my background's in electric guitar, but I'm more of a builder and an artist. And then I just design these things in a way that I think sounds good and feels good. So, as far as my like woodworking and luthier abilities, I always find, even in my paintings and other artwork, I'm a mix of modern and traditional techniques and materials as far as all that goes. So I think that's cool that you said that. I appreciate it.
And it's lovely as well because Lewis built Ohana on a foundation of replicating traditional ukuleles.
True, yeah.
Ohana's business, the building we're in, and what brought all of this here right now, is the opposite of what you are doing with this custom shop. Isn't that cool?
That is cool. That is cool. I appreciate that. So this is how this whole process started with the puzzle. I laid out my base, and then the laser actually cuts this shape out. I put it in the machine, and it puts all my templates in there. But these are all the offcuts from that process, like this. So I'll cut these off with a bandsaw, and this is what I used for the puzzle pieces themselves.
Yeah.
So I'll just drum sand these pretty thin, and I drew out a whole laser shape of puzzles in the computer, and then I just put them in there and print it, put them in there and print it, and put them in there and print it, and collect all the pieces and put them all together, and then glue them down.
Awesome. Can you remember what woods? Can you remember?
Oh, yeah.
If I take that ukulele back to the UK and list it, are you going to be able to tell me every wood?
I can.
Made that?
Yes, I can. I know for sure.
Yeah, long listing, isn't it?
I'd like it if there was like a secret wood in it as well, that no one knows what it is.
I don't think there will be, but there's 2 woods I threw in for a splash of color, and there's only 1 ebony puzzle piece in there.
I have another thing as well. I found in a bin just before we started recording the missing piece of the puzzle, which is the sound hole of the ukulele. So we're going to take that home with us and put that with the ukulele, so whoever ends up with it has the complete puzzle.
Yeah.
And I love that I figured that out, because I'm nice and clever like that.
Right. Humble too.
Yeah.
But in there is definitely spalted maple. This is koa. This is more koa. I know there's myrtle, which is what the base is made out of anyway. And there's walnut. There's purple heart, which I think I did 4 or 5 squares of purple, so maybe more. And there's another 4 to 8 squares of padauk, which is
the padauk.
This.
That was what I was trying to remember. I knew there was a the colourful.
I put these 2 in there. Those pieces are from these blocks. So padauk and purple heart.
Lovely woods. And soundboard spruce, isn't it?
Soundboard is spruce.
So it's a spruce and myrtle ukulele.
Yeah.
With some extra spice.
Right. Yeah. It's basically spruce and myrtle with, but it's thinned out in such a way that it's still as thick as it would be if it was only made out of 1 piece of wood.
Amazing. Oh my god! When you look down at it, it's so visually discombobulating. Oh, back of the headstock as well.
Yeah. That's proper trance inducing.
How would I talk about this on camera and be like, it's solid, all the tone woods?
Yeah. The missing piece to your puzzle.
It has a maple neck and everything else.
Everything.
We've had such a lovely time. Thank you so much for bringing us down to your workshop.
Yeah, it's been great.
It's probably been quite nice for you to leave the Namm show, get on your Harley.
Honda.
Right, I'll start again. I'll keep that for B-roll.
I had to interject.
The thing is though, every single American I met yesterday was like, I ride a Harley Davidson, I was like, yes, I know. I know you do, because you're wearing a Harley Davidson jacket.
Yeah.
It's like, okay, right. So, thank you so much for inviting us down to Longbeach and just letting us see all of this. It's probably been quite nice for you to get away from all the noise at the Namm show and ride your Honda, not Harley Davidson. Down. Down for this.
It's been great, getting out of there, it's nice. I've been a little busier this year than normal, and thank you guys for coming so far just to come out here. Not just to come out here, but to come out here and see us. And from your review to actually seeing you in person is pretty wild that can actually happen.
I can't wait to see what you make for us. I can't wait to talk about it. So far the highlight of my trip has been coming here, seeing kind of what's coming out of your brain onto the canvas, and I can't wait to talk about these for you folks at home in the future. So thank you for watching. Bye.